Stephen Shields Radio Show. Hello, Wisdomers. How are you? I'm back. What's going on, everyone? Footy season's around the corner. Formula One season's around the corner. I just started playing Formula One Fantasy, so I've signed up for that because I quite like Formula One Fantasy, which is good. So I'll be doing that. And yeah, it's really good. So it's Saturday night right now. The first Formula One race will be in Bahrain. Will be the first first race of the year. 12 days till the Bahrain. Yeah, this track, Bahrain's an interesting one because it's 412 kilometers. Am I saying that right? I quite like the Bahrain track because I played on my Formula One mobile, and just looking at it, it's the lap record is a minute 31.447. Pedro de la Rosa in 2005. That's pretty quick for Bahrain. First Grand Prix was 2004, and it's 57 laps altogether. So it's not an easy circuit to be racing on, especially in that kind of temperature as well. But it looks like it's going to be a great year of Formula One racing. It's nice to see that they've scheduled it to go back to Las Vegas again. That's really good. The Las Vegas track it's an amazing track to play in Las Vegas as well, especially when you play it on the mobile phone, which is good. I just play it just for fun, just for something to do. So I've been hearing a lot about Taylor Swift lately. Taylor Swift every day in the news. It's all Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift this, Taylor Swift that, getting all this press. Clearly it's just a marketing strategy from Taylor Swift. It's pretty clever, actually. It's like the media just want to get involved in people's private lives. And it's like, well, how come they need to do that? That's what I don't understand. I think that, it's just too much drama going on. Well, that's what I believe, at least. Yeah, I just think that I keep hearing people trying to price gouge tickets. People are having trouble getting tickets to see Taylor Swift. And, and then you wonder, well, it's big business with Taylor Swift. It's a very good marketing strategy, I'll be honest with you on that. So we have to wait and see how this tour goes. How cool is it to have your own private jet? Uh, that's so cool to have your own private jet, I think. I think that, yeah, private, when you have your own private jet, for instance, and to be able to travel the world, man, that's so cool to have. That is so cool to have. Just to be able to travel the world wherever you want to go. But, is our free speech at threat? Are we? Is society's cancel culture threatening your free speech and your freedom of speech? I think they are. I think that for far too long we've been told what we can and can't be saying to express our opinions as well. Sorry about that. It's just on Instagram shit. I was trying to share something on my story on Instagram, but I don't know what happened there. Well. Yeah. So what I'll say, right? I think our free speech is something that yeah, we've got to protect our freedom of speech. Like right now, it's important to have freedom of speech in our society because it's we've got to we've got to protect what is important to us, and our freedom of speech is the most important to have. I'm in the process too of writing a new album as well, so I've just been working on that and just coming up with ideas as well. So doing that and enjoying it, and it feels great to just get creative again. And yeah, really. I think that yeah, it's just good to just get creative, more creative, and try out new stuff, of course. And that's for me is something that I definitely think, when you're writing new albums and music, it's to just get creative with your ideas, of course. Because when you're creative with your ideas, that's something that we've got to, look at ways to improve our work, I think. Yeah, I believe that for me now, it's just been an amazing journey writing music as well. Takes my mind off all the world and all the fake news and fake garbage out there. Because I get sick and tired of hearing about Donald Trump allegations. Donald Trump, as in, did this, or Donald Trump, basically was this bad person as a president, as what the media make him out to be. But I do think that there is a lot of lies going on with this Donald Trump case. For me, I'm certainly fed up. Like, every day you read news, and as soon as it's Donald Trump, they use it as clickbait to just to sell newspapers or boost their ratings. I don't know what has happened to the United States. It's certainly gotten worse since Joe Biden has become the president and has ruined everything. But for me, you know, you had the media constantly attacking Donald Trump 24/7. It got worse. It actually got worse during the pandemic when he was president. Um, some people say, "Oh, it's my." He has a view. It's my way or the highway, which, well, that's just garbage. And these are just lies that are coming out of people who don't know and don't have a clue what they're going on about. For me, it's like, well, we had all these tech companies censorship and the shadow banning problems that were going on. I feel that it's, to me, I keep saying this over and over and over again. It just goes round and round in circles. The lies the left-wing tech companies, tell us, because they don't want you to have free speech. And this is what I like about Gab Social, Truth Social, Getter, now X, is free speech. And this is what Donald Trump's Truth Social is about, freedom of speech. Having that Republican view that Instagram and Facebook, WhatsApp, Snapchat, and many others, Spotify as well, they don't support free speech. I don't know why. I have nothing against free speech. I support free speech. Yeah, for me, it's just what it is. Like, our time here is short, and I believe that if Donald Trump gets re-elected, things will be so much better in the economy. I will tell you that for a fact. Which leads me to what I wanted to talk about next. I was doing research about Men in Black. Who have basically threatened people who have witnessed UFO sightings, extraterrestrial life out there. Now, some people say that extraterrestrial UFO aliens is not real. It's a conspiracy theory. While others say that it, these things are real, these entities out there. And for me, I've never seen alien life form or extraterrestrial life form out there. For me to believe it, I would actually have to see it in person and go and physically, touch a UFO spare part and say yes that UFOs definitely exist. Yeah. And look, if the government wants to hide it, then why should they be hiding it from people? That's what I want to know. You know, if these things are so top secret, how come, you know, these men in black want to threaten victims and basically, yeah, threatening victims and trying to silence them, and basically saying that, you know, what you see you didn't see as well. I it's interesting, like, how much stuff is published out there on the internet about UFOs, and people for years have been photoshopping UFOs. There's a lot of conspiracy theories out there. The German Nazis even built their own UFOs, or were experimenting. Humans at Area 51 have even built their own unidentified flying object. Photoshop too, there's a lot of hoaxes, these crop circles. I mean, there's people that are so clever they can dig them. But until you come across stuff like that, I think that you've got to, like, you can't be believing every single article that's written about alien abductions out there. Look, where is the science to prove it as well? Now, if you've seen them, feel free to share uh, your experience on the podcast, on the show as well, on Wisdom, because yeah, it's just good to, yeah, to know that yeah, that things like these may exist or they may not, and astronauts have claimed to have seen extraterrestrial life. But I have to see it to believe it in order to confirm that they are real as well. The weather today has been funny. It's just been feeling humid, and now it's 22.2 degrees Celsius. It feels like 25.4 degrees Celsius. Low of 19 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, top at 31. 0 to 4 millimeters of rain. Wind at northwesterly 2 kilometers an hour. Wind at 6 kilometers an hour gust. 86% humidity. 0 millimeters of rain since 9 a.m. Rain 50% medium chance of at least 1 millimeters of rain. 25% low chance of at least 4 millimeters of rain. Sydney, Australia, partly cloudy. Medium chance of showers in the west. Slight chance elsewhere, becoming less likely this evening. The chance of a thunderstorm in the west. Winds easterly 15 to 20 kilometers an hour, turning northeasterly in the evening. Sun and moon 6:34 a.m. sunrise, 7:50 p.m. sunset. First quarter moon phase, full moon 24th of February is the next moon phase. Tomorrow, sunny with showers, a low of 19 degrees Celsius, top of 31 degrees Celsius, 0 to 3 millimeters of rain. Monday, sunny with showers, a low of 20 degrees Celsius, top of 28 degrees Celsius, 5 to 20 millimeters of rain. Tuesday, sunny with showers, a low of 19 degrees Celsius, top of 27 degrees Celsius, 3 to 20 millimeters of rain. That's for Tuesday. Wednesday, sunny with showers, a low of 18 degrees Celsius, top of 29 degrees Celsius, 0 to 5 millimeters of rain. Thursday, sunny, partly cloudy, a low of 19 degrees Celsius, top of 33 degrees Celsius, 0 to 1 millimeters of rain. Friday, sunny with showers, low of 20 degrees Celsius, top of 37 degrees Celsius, 0 to 5 millimeters of rain. Saturday, sunny with showers, a low of 19 degrees Celsius, top of 27 degrees Celsius, 0 to 1 millimeters of rain forecasted for that day. So that's been the weather that we've had. I think too, like, this topic does interest me, these men in black. Apparently, they've been reported just to be... Are they even human? Or are they even from this world? I don't know. But help is available if you have had experiences with these entities out there. There's always a professional to talk to, or if you'd like to share them on here on Wisdom, to be on the podcast, if you like to talk about this stuff. And just know that you have a right to talk about these experiences, and not everyone does want to share their experiences with the paranormal world or the extraterrestrial world, or whatever it is that you how can I say it, what you've seen. Because everyone does have a different interpretation of what an unidentified flying object is. A fighter jet could be flying in the sky so fast, and some people interpret it as it could be just a triangle. Uh, Again, that could be an unidentified flying object. Think about that too. It's one of those things where what is an unidentified flying object? UFO as well. Don't forget, guys, I've just uploaded more stock music on Pond 5 and Motion Elements, so added more sound effects to my portfolio for you to check it out. It helps with your purchasing royalty-free music. It helps me be able to fund more equipment and the podcast as well, because this is what I enjoy about wisdom. There's been in New South Wales, feral pigs have been roaming properties and destroying properties, crops. They've even known to eat baby lambs as well. They'll just stand around during the day, but in the night is when they're most active. These feral pigs, they're weighing at least, they can weigh up to 140 kilos. They can spread diseases to humans, but there's 300 of these pigs being killed daily by professional hunters, which they have to do it in order to stop these feral pigs damaging livestock, eating baby calf, baby lambs. There could be at least 100 million of these feral wild pigs out somewhere in New South Wales somewhere. See, Australia is such a huge place, and there's a lot that we don't get told about in school about what Australia is. Quote Daily Telegraph, they do carry diseases. The blood tests show, is this right, leptospirosis and brucellosis is common in them. Quote Daily Telegraph. I do apologise for the pronunciation. Yeah, but farmers have actually had to hire apparently helicopters to be able to shoot them down, because they just can't do it by themselves, and it's bloody expensive. I mean, ammunition, firearm ammunition it's expensive stuff. Obviously, our gun laws in Australia are too strict, in my opinion. But stuff like this needs to be dealt with feral pigs as well. So if they're damaging livestock, they have to be taken care of. And they're known to be aggressive, and they're smart, actually. Apparently pigs are smart animals. So farmers are very, very careful in how they have to kill the pig. They pretty much just want to do a one-shot kill, because they know if they hit it somewhere and piss it off, they can start attacking you. So that's what they've had to be careful and how they have to approach them. So read it in the Daily Telegraph when you have a chance, because I thought that was an interesting article about feral pigs and what they're doing in Australia at the same time. Yeah, the NRL in Las Vegas, Adam Reynolds and Pat Carrigan, they've been cleared to play in Las Vegas, but they were there was fines for around 10,000 and 5,000 that are suspended. This was alcohol breach notices because it was apparently under the influence of alcohol. Now, apparently, these players are actually lucky to have gone ahead and played in Las Vegas with this. It's not the first time NRL players have gotten in trouble with the law. Reece Walsh is having to wait for a visa. Quote, application was escalated to U.S. immigration officials after a cocaine possession charge in 2021, quote, Daily Telegraph. So it goes to show how strict the United States of America is. And now I don't know if Reece Walsh is going to have a visa. It's a hard one. But Adam Reynolds and Pat Carrigan, they've been lucky that they didn't get stood down and are able to play in the first round. Because players want to be playing in as many games as they can, because it's for their reputation, of course. So wait to see how that moves on in the coming week. Hopefully, I hope it's going to be a good game in Vegas to watch. Watch it, and it'll be different. It's nice to see the NRL moving overseas and expanding. I wouldn't, and you never know, the NFL, the same thing, may end up playing a game at Accor Stadium. That's possible. The Major League Baseball has played a game at the Sydney Cricket Ground. They've done that at the SCG. It's good to see that the cross-promotion of American sports, Australian sports, going over there, although I prefer the rugby league over NFL. As you know, NFL is a very stop-start game full of advertising, but it'd be good to see how the American audiences get to watch it. Housing growth. Leppington is apparently to increase by 19.7% in 2027. 5,414 homes are currently being built. Now, if you noticed how houses get built, now they're so close to each other, you basically don't have enough privacy anymore. Kellyville, 4,400 new homes. They're increasing it by 17.3%. 5,174 homes will be built in Parramatta, Greenfield, Aerotropolis Precinct, Badgerys Creek. 2,819 homes built over the next 3 years. I mean, that's a lot of houses as well, but obviously the raising of interest rates and the rental crisis as well, with rent being very, very overpriced. We have to see, well, how is the Australian government going to solve this crisis that we are having now? It's interesting, isn't it? That there is a rental crisis going on too. Australia, of course. Now, I think that there needs to be more honesty in what's being told to us for a change. With this airport in Badgerys Creek, now people have had unanswered questions from St Clair Luddenham about the new Western Sydney Airport planning process that's happened. The flight paths apparently are going to be a nuisance to people as well. So they've got to work this out, because this second airport, like I said, it was going on for years. And I think that we've got to understand that these things take years and years and years to build. This has been going on. Oh God. Bob Hawke even said the same thing, that Sydney needs a second airport because the Sydney International Airport is too small and it's too overcrowded and too small. Now, why has this been taking so long and political football to build another airport in Sydney? Political football is what it's been. This was all planned out before I was even born. I think it goes back to the 60s and 70s. So that's all it was, political football. It's out of my control. It's in the government, state government's hand. It becomes a federal government issue. It's all politics. It's nothing that I can control. But, hopefully we get more public transport happening. Leppington Station as well. I'm fed up with this boom gate because they've added the multi-level car park. I don't know why they had to put a boom gate. This is just my opinion. It just slows everything down. I mean, Leppington Station, what happened was, it just, I can remember at least, going back 2017, 16, you always had parking there. But as the years progressed, the population grew. By 9 a.m. on a weekday, all the parking was so full, you had to walk like right down the end of Byron Road. So that's probably a good, like a good kilometre to walk. And that adds extra time for your commute as well. So that's, The problem with infrastructure in Australia is it's just too slow to be built. Australia has always been behind on infrastructure. I don't know why, but we just have. So hopefully around, things can improve, and see what happens. King Charles, sadly, he is battling cancer, and I wish King Charles all the best. When the Queen died, we'll always remember the Queen of England. But hopefully King Charles will get better and, return to good health. Sydney, Australia, for some reason, has been suffering an asbestos crisis. Asbestos is what they use in building. It causes cancer. Asbestos. The problem with it is this type of minerals. They were popular in the 1940s up to the 1987. There's been automobile pad parts such as brake pads, roofing, floor tiles, cement pipes. It causes cancer. Now, these fibers are released into the air. Now, if you are handling asbestos, you've got to have the correct personal PPE, because the problem is you're breathing it in and they're trapped in your lungs. Causes lung damage over a long period of time, asbestos. Now, there's schools actually have been built on asbestos. In Liverpool, there was a school that had to be evacuated because it was built on asbestos. There's parks that are being built on asbestos and kids are playing on them. And normally when they're supposed to build a building, they have to test the soil for asbestos. You can read more information on the Cancer Council website. The Australian Cancer Council is very, very helpful, and they do talk a lot about. They've got some good information on asbestos as well. But it's, I don't know, like. See, the problem is, back in the old days, they didn't know too much about it and what it was going to do long term to people's health, asbestos. I think that the old Camden High School across the road from Camden Public School, that was built on asbestos. But then for years and years, that was pretty much became like a ghost town, and then they built a retirement village on top of it. So this is what I don't get about Why they decide to build stuff on top of asbestos, I don't know. But this is the problem we have in Australia. Poor planning. Very poor planning as well. I'd wonder if anyone's listening now and who's inspired by today's podcast would like to be on the Stephen Shields radio show. Just join in as a guest. Feel free to share your thoughts on what's going on as well, because it's always great when the show has more people on, where can share our latest opinions and thoughts about what is going on in the world today. The T20 Cricket World Cup is around the corner as well, so hopefully Australia will finalise their side. But Steve Smith, his position may be in doubt with 2020 cricket. We'll have to wait and see what the selectors are saying. As long as Cricket Australia don't start getting all political, then I'd be happy with that as well. Yeah, but you read the news and it's It's been a problem too in the NRL. Just looking now, Dom Young, he's been taken to hospital in a neck brace after a crusher tackle from the Roosters. Now they're playing their pre-season game. A crusher tackle is very, very dangerous. I certainly hope that he will be okay. It's never nice to see a player going off. And this is like the pre-season. Now, something with the neck is very scary, and he's actually just gone to the hospital to get scans done, and I wish him all the best of recovery. So I hope that he can be cleared for the Vegas round. But crusher tackles, and they've got to get rid of it out of the game, because it's it's a lot of force to the neck. I hope that he does recover well, honestly, because that's scary to see a player go down. When it's he was caught in a tackle by Manly's Toff Sipley, the player Toff Sipley, in the second half. The prop forward was placed on report, but he wasn't sent to the sin bin. Now, this is a pre-season game. Obviously, last year in last year's season, there was a lot of sin binning going on just for stupid minor penalties that were accidental. That 10 years ago they would never have sent a player off to the sin bin. They usually would just put them on report. But now crusher tackles. I've seen players be sent off to the sin bin for doing crushes behind the neck, and that's very dangerous to have. So I don't know how the sin bin situation is going to be for this year, but yeah, we'll wait and see. We will wait and see how the referees and these hip drop tackles and 6 agains and these rule changes. I don't know. Problem with Red Bull, now they're my favourite Formula One team. The boss, Christian Horner, allegations of inappropriate behaviour. He's offered to pay 1.25 million Australian dollars. Obviously, in exchange, when you do the exchange rate, it's a cash settlement to the employee that has received sexual text messages from Horner, but he's denied all the allegations. Now, these allegations are happening with the launch of the Red Bull RB 2024 car. Now, you got to understand, such a big company like Red Bull, to have these allegations, which is inappropriate, should never ever be tolerated. Should be dealt with straight away. I think that Red Bull's got to do something about it, because it's unacceptable to be hearing stuff like this from such a top racing team that's very dominant. And good on for this employee for, well, it's an allegation, so nothing's been proven yet, but he did get questioned by lawyers as well. But look, a company like Red Bull has got a reputation to hold, and obviously I actually like Red Bull. I don't mind having a can once a week, because that's what I prefer. But they've been so successful in car racing, Formula One, sports in general, V8 supercars as well, that they're there. And I think that we've got to wait and see how these allegations play out, because you've got the Sun writing one thing, one other tabloid, as soon as they smell a scandal, they're all over it. So should Red Bull fans be concerned about this? Because it is serious stuff. Like, it should never ever be tolerated, ever, especially from someone as high as Christian Horner. Like, come on. So the problem is, some people, they get so famous, they think they got all this money, they think they can just do whatever the hell they want. and get away with it. It don't work like that. Now, something as little as this going on will... I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, Formula One is just a business at the end of the day. The team's got to make money, alright? And they don't want allegations like this because it makes the team look bad. It's not just Red Bull, it's other racing teams have had problems. Drivers are on a contract, and it's very competitive and it's very difficult to race in Formula One. But yeah, that's how car racing is. Business, big business car racing. But yeah, it's just how it is. It's like Lewis Hamilton moving to Ferrari now. It's his choice. Contract's going to be up with Mercedes, and yeah, Ferrari. If you can improve Ferrari and help them win more championships, then go for it. I don't know what the drama is going on in the media about his change. But at the end of the day, it's Lewis Hamilton's choice as well. I mean, these drivers get paid a lot of money. They're millionaires. Max Verstappen as well, who's been an amazing driver. Yeah, March 2nd, 2024 is when the Formula One season starts in Bahrain as well. And hopefully it's going to be a great year of racing. And we can see good car racing, not penalising drivers for bumping into each other, because that's car racing. You guys are going to hit each other. Like, get over it. It's car racing. Like, you got to understand, at the start of a race, it's almost impossible not to touch a car. Apparently there's problems with sprint racing as well, because it becomes about, oh, you can't touch the car sort of thing. Do we see a lot of sprint racing? Wonder how that'll be playing out. There's been questions about the government too. Are they keeping society safe with these releasing these detainees, sex offenders, the evil, bad people into the community? Now, this is going on in Australia. Now, how come this is happening under the Anthony Albanese government? They should be locked up forever. I mean, these are bad people. They're going into our community, and you don't even know. Alan Jones was talking about this. They could be living next door to you, and you wouldn't even know. So how come the Albo is letting this happen? Again, we're going to start seeing asylum seekers, boat people, arriving here illegally under the Labor government. This is the problem with Labor, is spend more money, borrow more money, inflation as well. And then what do we get? Broken promises. And that's what's happened to Australia. Too much broken promises that have not been delivered to us. And It's up to us to start standing up and say, hey, that is Australia going to shit? Because it's just all control out there. But that's Anthony Albanese's government for you. That we're living in. There's a lot of important things to be dealing with. And this is what we get. But guys, I'll leave it there. Please subscribe to the Stephen Shields radio show. Turn on your notifications. I publish new podcasts every Friday at 6 p.m. Sydney, Australia time. Bye for now.